It acts as a shaming mechanism. It's a shaming mechanism to shame the man or the men in question that is being shamed by society into the real man isn't this, the real man isn't that, the real man doesn't do that, you're a monster, you're not a man, you're a monster, you're a beast, you're a beast. Because it shames the man into acting in whatever way or being whatever society wants that man to be. The same thing whenever you hear, well, not here, because you already took out that, which is the cause of the imbalance. But whenever you once heard, well, a woman shouldn't act like this, a woman shouldn't behave like this, a woman shouldn't talk like this, a woman shouldn't do this, a woman shouldn't do that. It has nothing to do with sexism. It has nothing to do with misogyny. It has nothing to do with oppression. The same thing is on the other side. All you have to do is look, but you have no understanding. You have no knowledge thereof. You have no way. You don't even analyze. Like I say, these are dead people. And you have dead people ruling the society. Fuck the government. Fuck, all these little, they're not really the people that are running things. The people that are running things are the majority, the collective society. Those are the people that are running things. It doesn't matter what the fuck the government tries to push. No, it doesn't matter what kind of agendas the government tries to push. The majority ultimately decides. That's one thing I can say about America. It is truthful when it says we the people, but it's not we the people. It's the people who ever hold the majority collective within the social consciousness. Because remember, human beings are social creatures, and so in which the most important level of existence that human beings function on is the socialization of a thing. That's why it doesn't fucking matter if some dude gets, falsely accused of raping a bitch, and the bitch lies on him, and the bitch says, well, no, and everybody finds out the bitch lied and everything. But it doesn't matter. His life is already fucked up because on the social level, he's still guilty. It doesn't matter if he's not guilty or found innocent on paper. Paper doesn't matter. The ink only goes so far. The socialization of the thing is what actually runs within your society. But to get back on this patriarchal thing, the patriarchy acts as a checks and balances. It's not only to keep women in check, but it's also to keep men in check. This is where you old folks failed and should have explained. But we're in this situation, so nonetheless, let us try to maintain or sustain, if you want to sustain your society, because the way that you're going, all the beliefs and the fucked up morals that you got as a society will not sustain. It's not sustainable. All this woman empowerment bullshit, all this fake positivity bullshit is not going to last. You cannot survive off of that. So you have to wise up. You have to actually be strong. Stop accounting fake strength to these weak ass bitches. And stop complaining about all these things that is in place because of the ways that the majority collective society has fought for. Like, a man is supposed to be doing this, a man is supposed to do that. You can't have that. You can't have a man is this, a man is that. You already lost the authority once you took the balance away. The balance was in place for a reason. It doesn't make sense now because there's no equal balance to it. The same thing these people claim to be fighting for is the same thing that they destroyed. And they don't even realize it. These are mentally ill people. These are sick people. But these people think that they are normal. Even, other people think that they are normal. Even intellectuals think that they are normal. They call them normies. These are not normal people in the slightest. The collective society at hand they're not even insane. I met insane people before, and these people do not reflect that. They reflect dead people. These people are dead. I'm not saying this as a harsh thing or a hateful thing or a negative thing. I'm just being honest and truthful about what is. And if you can't be honest and truthful about a situation at hand, then why the fuck are people talking about the situations at hand? So y'all just talking to be talking just because for sakes of entertainment and things as such, or money or whatever the fuck, monetizations. If that's the case, then It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't make sense also for people to love sluts and all this type of stuff. People only love sluts because they're low, they're low mentally. They're low on an actual, you know, not even just a spiritual level, but a human level too as well. Because this doesn't only affect the spiritual realm, it also affects the lowest realms and the possibilities thereof. You know, how can you love sluts but in the same breath be mad or feel a type of way about broken homes or single parent homes or men leaving women when they're pregnant and all this type of shit? You should be celebrating. You should be applauding this behavior. This is why women's behavior was put in check back then, so these things can be prevented. It's not a coincidence that since these things are not put in check, all these things are running rampant, and these things are more and more and more and more and more. You know, you can believe it's a social construct all you want, but, you know, where the fuck is your mind at? Because you have no mind, you know. Intellectually, I mean, not even intellectually, I mean, the things that the society has done as a collective deserves death. Really, and actually. Now, gratefully and thankfully that people have mercy, and mercy has been granted unto the unmerciful. But it's just ridiculous. You know, it really is ridiculous. And you can see the disorder in every single situation, in every single scenario, in every single decision in which they stood 10 toes down upon. These people, even after seeing all the results of homosexuality being accepted, has brought upon society, still accepts homosexuality and still wants homosexuality to be remained as being accepted. The only reason you have faggots up in women's sports trying to beat broads up and all this type of shit and all do this all is because you accepted homosexuality. If homosexuality would have never been accepted, none of this would have never happened. And society is trying to dodge accountability right now. But just like a bitch, I'm not about to let none of you dodge accountability. You know, you know, the mirror is already here. And the mirror is big, and the mirror is great. And I'm not the only one who holds the mirror. There's many people who's holding the mirror. So even if you want to try to, you know, bend down, design me, all that type of stuff, it doesn't matter. You know, how can you live with yourselves at the end of the day? You know, it's like, and another aspect of this, hold on, another video.